Greeting for you, the children of stars, and our time-traveling little brothers and all those who were installed here, editors. These messages do not speak to the humanity what I publish, but for the selected ones, because they may understand these informations only. Which ones? Because of the closure of the cycle, the quantum residential creature they are publishing for the era when I write this teaching down, yet incongruent that way, that let the people nation understand that worldview that now have I stained to sketch, but they will understand it in the future. Knowledge and information originate from my unknown source. What the physicists and philosophers see, measure, and experience it only the construction of the surface from a certain visual angle, which is wrong and misleading. What I related provides a sense to everything, though it makes it truth. It was able to notice my mind only till now, in which one, by way of me little consciousness called quantum inhabitants, communicate for us. The universe, the quantum creature entities, it was created, and our universe only in their endless no. Artistic creation did not create, but we and everything were built into themselves. Modes of existence at which consciousness is eternal, one existing because of times, and endless. There are many entities. All of them data are implied, and they have a style, which their own sense regulates. Their companions' truth coordinated teamwork creates the reality, everything in a form and all variants. We merely still picture we are, then a perfect painting, which is created in an endless no variation. No time, the eternal present is only, but it is possible in his variant, and in order and all of them organized. All frames think that he exists in his process, and he has past and future, but it's not true. The quantum creature entities, our physical body is formed, and all of the stories, everything were accomplished in a fourth, and his consecutive event change. Because of this, since all time moments exist, the creations, for example, we the people nation, we believe it, we are the participant of a process, and the illusion of the time is because of this. We do not exist in fact, merely by way of me little consciousness. Never at this, because quantum creatures, entity beings, dream us. It is like because of our they may come true by way of us only in their creation, which everything is respected and edited in all ways, form. Is where I do not like this theory, and is where the earth does not exist, planet, a variant like that exists where the same one is everything than it is, only and buzzing his wing quivering somebody else. You are merely there is an atom on other place than it does. Moreover, they not the physical reality was created merely, but they form our consciousness through our neuron cells. They need us, the reproduction, since new little consciousness is the imagination, the consciousness and all new thought creates. Generates improving in a variant with an endless number with a totally new setting and a new perspective as he sees the universe and interprets it. The universe sees himself through our eye and the phantom creatures' entities. The result of their creation is noticed on all of them, so from a visual angle. It is formed collectively for little consciousness, the entity whose existence of which one, the actual God entity. His name is all is part of entity, and for which one and all of them is part, and his everything is component. His knowledge changes constantly. Bar beings living in a big, event chain passing in the created world's infinitely perspective forms it and develops it him, has to perceive himself though, can be existed all from a viewpoint, the devices of which the creatures existing in the different realities are his view. The harmony of little consciousness civilizations forms of being in his consciousness, which may be positive or evil. This is because of that, because the bigger one is bipolar, because of an experience that we multiverse among. They turned into ones of two kinds because of this for the small ones, and they fight constantly that let it be placed to their own pole that we perspective. Currently most of the inhabitants of the planet with negative consciousness in Alvaria, but they exist in the most evil man's soul kind-hearted little consciousness only. Into a smaller number and with less voter strength. The environmental effects and inner thoughts, feelings generating them, but backwards these are able to modify them being effective into the given direction. Like this, the quantum creatures' entities, they change constantly all event units. But since all variants exist, the multiversum and because of this all they exist in their form and their state, they are from our visual angle in a stable state only right here, now. The life created the life with the help of the time travel, in which one is most advanced variants constructing their genetic code, and his first unit nourishing created the circulation of existence. Chaosers Xinali and UFO. This occurred diversely on this planet, since there are a terrible amount of variants. Realities like that exist with ours in parallel within which one beings with a bigger frequency, which do not depend on the substance, exist. They visit us often, because they see us as opposed to us and they can come here, but they little consciousness creations are playing according to other rules only merely. A part is taken in generating the apparent events, being in contact with our consciousness. All worlds imperfect because the concept of the perfectness exists, but this from only a given viewpoint so, the world's totality perfect and wonderful, because everything is his part, even the imperfect one. We do not exist. They exist for the small one's entities. We creation. We do not die. There is not other world, but into endless one we are carved into the recollection of the universe freezing into him eternity. His continuation follows. The lots of consciousness.